Hello Minerva DeLand. I'm Mrs. Marshall. I am the lead science teacher here at the high school. So I want to talk to you about some of your science options for next year. So if you are taking earth science now, you will be taking biology next year. If you're taking biology now, you'll be taking chemistry next year. But in addition to those courses, you have the opportunity to take some of our electives. We have anatomy and physiology of sports, environmental science, astronomy, and NASA space research. So let me talk to you a little bit about each of those. So the first we'll talk about is anatomy and physiology. So if you have any interest in human body systems, if you're thinking about a career in athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing, medicine, any of those types of careers, or if you just like biology a lot, then anatomy and physiology would be a great half-year elective for you. You do need to have completed biology, so those that are taking biology now, this would be an option for you. Those that are taking earth science now, you could take this your junior or senior year. And you do a number of different lab activities, lots of hands-on, looking at x-rays, doing dissections, a variety of different things to look at the anatomy and physiology, or the structure and function of all the different human body systems, and then connect those to sports, fitness, and exercise. Our next course is environmental science. So we know that there are a number of different issues on Earth and above Earth because of humans and their interactions with the environment. And so part of the focus of environmental science is learning about the environment, but then also talking about how we impact the environment and how we can make improvements. So you'll be looking at things like pollution and climate change, overpopulation, and trying to find solutions to those problems. One example of a lab activity they were just doing this week is they were actually creating models that would show how water gets filtered through the earth. So they created these different models using the types of soil and clay and gravel that would be found in the groundwater, and then talk about how the water naturally gets filtered and then goes into the groundwater as a result. The next one we'll talk about is astronomy. So if this is the Milky Way, we are right here. And the point of astronomy is to talk about galaxies, talk about stars, talk about black holes, and discover some of those basic understanding of the universe, kind of expanding upon what you've learned from in earth science with your astronomy unit there. You'll be talking about planets, the solar system, evolution of stars, science exploration, and being able to answer some of the questions you always had about space. And the last elective we have as a possibility, and every student, any of you can take environmental science or astronomy. The next course that any of you can take is NASA Space Research. This is a unique course to Fairport High School. There are very few courses like this in the United States. And we actually have a working relationship with NASA. And you will, in essence, be working for NASA in this course. So you're going to work independently, but also in groups to develop research projects that could actually assist astronauts that are on the International Space Station. So to give you an example, this is a project that was completed over a few years by a group of students, and it is, they call it the slipper, but it was actually, the students came up with some problems that scientists have, and one of the problems was that they float in the International Space Station, and they need to be able to hook their feet onto different furniture and things in the space station so they're not floating around. So they developed this slipper, which has Velcro, it has cushioning because the tops of their feet were often getting bruised. And they went through a whole series of tests and research to design this and come up with a good solution to the astronauts' problem. And a version of the slipper is actually currently being tested on the International Space Station in space. So that's pretty cool. So the NASA Space Research class is one class that you can take any year you're here, or you can even take it multiple years when you're at the high school. And if you aren't able to sign up for the course, another option is we have the NASA Club that is offered after school 1 day a week. So you can kind of try it out and see if you feel like it. So we look forward to seeing you, and we hope that you'll sign up for some of our electives.